when I look at their campaign slogan about freedom, anyone in this country who believes that there's no freedom, anyone who believes that
This
there's no
is
freedom,
Antique
obviously is
Newsroom.
deluding himself or herself. And the issue about choice. Now, as a result of eliminating all the mandates, I don't know what choice or choices they'll be speaking about, because even the choice not to wear a mask, that choice will be given to our people. There's no mandatory requirement now to get vaccinated. So what choice are they talking about? It's now a redundant argument. The only issue that they seem to have on their campaign that has created some resonance within the society is the issue of water.
Yes.
And
which we're going to come to, which we're going to go to momentarily. Go ahead, sir.
Well, you can go into it if you wish, but we're making progress. You know, the reality is we would have made the investments at least 2 years ago, and the fact that we just installed a plant in what do you call over there, Fries. That is not a coincidence. That investment was made 2 years ago, or maybe 2.5 years ago. It was delayed because of COVID. In the case of Fort James, the Fort James plant, that will be installed by next month. So we could not have bought, you know, a reverse osmosis plant within a year and get it installed, because these things take at least a year to manufacture and then to be shipped. So clearly, my administration recognized that the water situation had to be resolved, that we had to change our policy and to move towards providing 100% RO water in order to meet the water demand. And we made investments.
Yes.
I mean, even the plant there that we expect in September of this year, again, we paid for it. So we're not now trying to make the necessary arrangements to resolve the water problem because UPP has now made an issue about it. In fact, maybe if the UPP would have made an issue about it probably 2-3 years ago, they would have been able to sustain it. But the reality is they're late, because they're now coming at the back end. Now that we don't make all the payments, all the plants are arriving. So by about September of this year, what are they going to say? When we resolve the water problem, even the pipes, for example, to do the repiping. I had an update up to yesterday from Mr. Martin at APA. And he says to me that we're just maybe about 2-3 weeks away from receiving those pipes. And you're going to see a lot of work done in a number of areas, ovals in my area, Point, for example. And again, I just want to say to our people, because when you solve one problem, you create another, you know, they get upset. I just want to, you know, ask my people to, you know, exercise some forbearance for the inconvenience of the roads that we will have to dig up in order to replace the old worn pipes. And, you know, those pipes needed to have been replaced maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah.
What did the UPP do? They didn't repair any of the pipes within the country. And, you know, they boast that they installed 2 water plants. But here the capacity for those 2 plants, comrade, one of them was about 200,000, and the other 300,000 gallons.
Falling
so
way short.
Of the 8 million gallons of water that is required per day, they're boasting. By the way, we're at 6 point something now, yeah?
Yes.
They're boasting that they contributed 500,000 gallons. Now, they're so smart, you know, whenever they speak, they're not saying how many gallons. All they say is that they did a plant at Browne, at the base facility, and that they did one round south.
Yes.
At Fries. But they're not telling people the capacity. Those are little small plants that ordinarily you have maybe in a hotel property or so. Those are not serious commercial plants to provide any significant amount of water.